Right, so here we go. Sorry, that was a misclick. Right, good evening. Hello, hello. Yeah, sorry for the sound issue at the beginning. Oh, that's loud. Hang on. Sorry, yeah, that's better. Right, yeah, I messed up my sound settings. So I hope that's better now with the microphone. Right, welcome. I hope you're all doing good. Yoda, wie geht's? Man, Yoda, I've been cycling today. I just came back an hour ago. It's so windy here. Blimey, it was a fight. So Voyager, moin, wie geht's? Thank you much, Peter. Welcome to you as well. Let's see who else is here. Axel, hello, moin. Mustafa, hello. Ghost, hello. Gilend, good evening. Nicolas, hello. Luke, hello. And Pilot 19, hello. It is Microsoft 2024, fun. So on YouTube, DH, hello to you, and Bas Martin, hello to you as well. Tuxu, hello, nice to see you. How are you? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it was more sailing than cycling. That's true. Nate, hello to you. Nice to see you. Greetings. Okay, so let me just add a flight plan here. There we go. Now that should show up on the... Yeah, there we go. It's now correct to Vienna. We are today in Microsoft 2024, and we are using the iniBuilds A350 version 1.06, and apparently it has autosave. So theoretically, even if we get a crash to desktop, we should be able to get back. The crosswind limit of my bike, well, until I fall over. Today I think I had like 30 kilometers now, so 15 knots. But yeah, I made it back safely. That's all that counts. Yeah, but I'm going to need your help, guys, because has somebody tried that function yet? Has anybody had to use it? Would be interesting to hear if that's working or not. Apparently, yeah. Hey, Mate, buonasera, wie geht's? Ted Bach, hello. Ted, I'm going to ask you, how was your flight? Because I know you flew along to Hurghada. How was your landing? Kind of lost track of you somewhere. Right, let's get some power onto this ship here. So we've got the gear lever down. Master switches off, flaps, slats, wipers. And looking good. So let's do this. Hey Hannes, wie geht's? Hannes, I did delete the VATSIM folder, yes. I always do that after every reinstallation. Yeah, the flight was great. The only thing, so guys, the reason, I found the reason for those flashes. So those guys are watching my stream with the Phoenix to Hurghada and back again to Cairo. We got some really strange green flashes. It looks like that was due to the fact that I was using the graphics setting. The graphics setting regarding 90% of normal resolution. So I downscaled the resolution, and that apparently then at some point caused the flashes. So I went back to 100% now. Yeah, MSFS, exactly. That's what caused my issues, it seems. Let me have a look here. Why? Audio. Okay, so how come? Network settings, okay. So how come? Let me try 12280. Because I'm logged on, but it says I can't receive and I can't transmit. Let me try that again. Connect. Oh, I need to hang on. One more thing I need to do. I need to get rid of the. Right, yeah, that's all who I gotta get. I gotta get rid of that person. Sorry, Mark. Oh no. Yeah, right. Hang on. So let me go. Right, so where do I do that? Hang on. Where do I do that? Yes, this was the thing, right? So render scaling, I put down to 90%, and that caused the issues with the flashing. So let's try. That should be 50%. Oh, it doesn't use VSync. Okay, anyways. Where do I find that setting? Assistances? No. Accessibility? No. General, right? General? Flight model? No, really? Seriously? Oh, hang on. Okay. Well, good thing we haven't prepared anything yet. So hang on. Where would I do that now? Top right. Hey, Mark. Hey, wait. Right, top right, top right, top right. The part where you create view your avatar. Okay, let me just try that. So, customize identity, right? Hey, Captain Brits. So Copilot. No Copilot. Save and back. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think I found it. I think I found it. Save and back. Free flight. Right, so I think I found it. So that will be one issue solved. The next issue is the... you know, I was here at set departure. Start. Right, yeah, so the next thing is vPilot. I've got to get that set. Because I couldn't transmit just now, even though I have the button set. Push to talk. Okay, right. So let's see. Oh, thank God for that. Yeah, we solved it. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Thanks for helping out. Right, where were we? We're just about to start up the aircraft. Let me quickly go back to... VATSIM. Yeah, so we are on VATSIM. Let's get some... Let's get some jetways. No, I didn't crash already. I had to get the avatar going here. There was a weird... My co-pilot was like in the seat somewhere. crouched low, so I had to change that. Okay, so so that was that. Now let me try again. 1228, and then maybe it's ultra realistic where I have to set this. Ah, that's why. That's why I couldn't transmit. Yeah, okay, so that's... Man, ultra realism. Blimey. Ghost, you're flying along, fantastic, and you're the Neo on my right. Hang on. I don't see any aircraft. Oh yeah, and by the way, so you see, we have... Oh, is that you? Oh, now, hang on, careful, Ghost. If that wasn't you, that parking spot is now taken. I'm sorry to say. Right. In the meantime, let me check. We are live weather, we've got live time, and it's still bright. Fantastic. Well, he's gone. Oh no, hang on. He's gone, so maybe... Yeah. Look at that. So now we have proper model matching. That is definitely a Neo, Juliet Alpha. Whoops. All right, guys. I tell you what, guys. So Ghost, you guys settle this, all right? And yeah, I'll go and do my things here, all right? Just saying. I don't want to be part of that. Right. So let's have a look here. Let's get everything set up. That looks okay, right? And then we've got strobes off, by the way, because otherwise it'll flash on VATSIM. So that's fine. Let's do one test here.
Frankfurt. Ground traffic, Tomjet 6 Alpha Echo.
Oh, it's not finished yet with the flight warning computers, has it?
November.
Could be. Yeah, DH. Yeah, guys, so today I'm happy to say that we're going to be doing this flight in the A350, and then the second flight will be on DCS F-18. And I have a very cool campaign that I bought. It's called the Rampagers campaign. Very cool. It's the newest campaign available there. And I've already done 3 of the missions, try them out. And they are actually very cool. The only problem is I have to make sure that I get the music muted. Because otherwise I'm going to get copy striked straight away. Copyright strikes, and but the missions are really nicely done, so I'm really hyped because the missions there are actually on the carrier, on the super carrier. So yeah, really hyped about that, including my hardware setup. Yeah, 30 knot headwind, exactly. Right, the instruments in the Phoenix 320 are very stuttery. Did you have the problem? No, I mean there are some settings where you can change the what's it called? Where the instruments would be kind of processed on.
Frankfurt traffic, load 440.
No, so it's like...
ILS approach runway 7 right, 25 miles from the runway.
I should switch it off. So what you can do is you can set different you can set the GPU, you can set the CPU, or if you have an onboard GPU, a lot of mainboards have that, you can actually have the instruments being processed on the onboard GPU, because that's normally not used at all. But I think you have to activate that in the BIOS though. But have a look. Yeah, exactly, in the Phoenix application, yeah. See if that helps. Right, now one more thing I want to do here, guys. Let me check first of all my third-party setup. Streamer mode, say intentions. No, Hoppy is there. We'll use Navigraph. Update nav data. Downloading. Let's make sure that's all up to date. And then simulation. So let's have a look. Autopilot disconnect protection. Pause at top descent. Oh, that's bright. Is that because of my... No, that's not. That's weird. So that's not because of game filter. It's got a very bright glare to it. Really strange. Okay, interesting. Anyhow, so auto GPU disconnect, no. Auto step clap, no. Time compression off. Max 2 times. And performance mode off. Right, where's the... Oh, is that still a SE1 issue? Okay, thanks, Mustafa. Where do I find the... Oh, hang on. It says autosave completed. So the autosave is on? You can't select anything for the autosave? How can I then... How can I then recall the autosave? Display, let's try 60 FPS. Okay, they added slider for the exposure. That's nice. That's good. Right, throttle calibration. So we have this. Oh, you know what? We theoretically... Let's try to set my reversers. So let's do... So this is max reverse. No, it doesn't do that, does it? Hang on. So let's do idle reverse. That's idle. Climb. Flex MCT. Toga. Oh, hang on. Oh, is that... Oh, I thought... Oh, that's interesting. So the A350 has a different reverse thrust setup. Oh, that's nice. So I can do that now with my hardware. Oh, that is very cool. Nice. I like that. So I've received now my new A320 Bravo throttle quadrant hardware add-on. I'm going to make a video over the weekend or beginning next week, because they actually have a detent now, detent settings for idle, reverse idle, and full reverse, which is nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, Nate, so right now, it does work, yeah. Yoda, no. The thing is, though, Yoda, today I ordered the 737 FCU. Oh, and Peter, by the way, Peter, I did contact Skalarki again regarding my FCU, because my FCU software, so the profiler, I can't install that because it says because it's already installed on a separate program, sorry, not a separate computer. And then yeah, I had to contact them again. I've received no answer yet regarding that problem. So yeah, I'm on it. I'm trying to get the Skalaki back to work. But right now, having some issues. Right, let's have a look. Flight plan, no. So active, init. There we go. So let's request the init. Received. Let's insert that. So we've got Frankfurt, Vienna, alternate Munich, level 310, econ speed, cost index 140, and we have a headwind component on average 32 knots. Lila, that's good. Right, so then we'll do departure. Now, we don't have control here in Frankfurt, at least not yet. If I look at the ATC menu, requests, no, ATIS, there we go, direct ATIS, Frankfurt departure. Oh, okay, Gilland, yeah. Nice, okay, it's able to come online in about 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, cool, nice. So you can see we've got very strong easterly winds. Cabo K 1019 and 17 degrees, very nice weather. So I'm expecting runway 07 center going towards the east. The SID should be where's my flight plan here? Hang on. Start a new flight. Add a flight plan. Import from... Huh? Why can't I import from SimBrief? Oh, there we go. Found it. And there I've got the flight plan. Perfect. All right, so we are expecting the Zulu's departure. And Zulus, it should be, yeah, 3 Delta. Non-transition, and let's insert that. Hey, Avenger, how are you? You got a wind chill warning in your car. What's the wind like in Amsterdam then? Wondering. So let's scroll down here. So the last point we've got here is Budex. And so what I want to do is go and expect runway 34. It'll be an ILS approach, although, I mean, I am tempted to try an LPV approach. Right, so, and then we have a transition. So start is going to be the Budex to Whiskey, and then, ooh, let's have a quick look here. So let's have a look. Oh, by the way, we need to do some stuff here, don't we? Flight ops menu. SimBrief import. All right, so we set the fuel. We've set the zero fuel weight. That's good. And then let's have a quick look here again. Terminal charts, Vienna. Oh, it still has the hang on. How come it still has the Lido charts in here? It is the Lido charts, right? Yep, these are the Lido charts. Hey, Alfred, how are you? Echo Hotel would be nearer to me. Ah, okay. And what's the weather there like? So let me quickly have a look here. Options. Switching nav data updating will clear the FMS. Well, I've updated the nav data and I've selected Navigraph. Would I normally have to restart the sim? Nah. Hey Fishbone. I mean, it doesn't matter. We can still use this. That's fine. So let me find the RNAV transition 3.4, which is here. And so the arrival, let me pin that here really quickly. So if you go with the RNAV approach, 3.4, there it is. You can pin that as well. And the arrival was the star, RNAV star north. And that's what I really like about the Lido charts. You see, you don't have to choose between 15 different arrival charts. There's just one stars north and stars south. So here I've selected stars north and it says Budex to whiskey, and I can see it ends at Nerdu, and hence it is going to be the Nerdu 5 November. Alright, so then let's select that here. So the Nerdu 5 November and insert. So now we can scroll down and I can see that looks pretty good. So if I take the plan mode, go out a little bit and then just have a look here. And that looks solid. That looks like a good transition. Same as it's in here. Fantastic. Cool. Brightness. Actually, we can take the brightness down here, can't we? So I could go again daytime mode and just you see? Very nice. Cool, that's better. Hey Hayden, hello to you. How are you? And Dexter, good evening. So let me, in the meantime, start the APU. APU start. Okay, 1018 apparently. Oh, 19 actually. Hang on. There we go. Cool. There's a toggle for all screens brightness on the pedestal. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Yeah, that really helps. Much appreciated. Excellent. Cool. Oh, hello. What happened here? Hello, hello. Is that a screensaver or something? Captain, Bauer, ref. Do you disagree? What? There you go. No. Cool. Next thing to do is we'll take Frankfurt. So we've got Frankfurt, and I want here the I mean, A35K is not what we have. We have the A350-900. So that would not be necessarily... for us. Did you guys hear? Hey, Easy, are you back in Germany yet, or are you still on holiday? So 07 Center will go November 8, Lima, and then we'll take, I don't know, either full length, or we'll take... yeah, we'll take full length here. So Lima 20 or Lima 21, that's fine. If I go back to Frankfurt, how do I get the pinned charts showing? Only the pinned... oh, hang on, there we go. Ha! There's a little pin there. That's how you would find the pinned charts. Cool. Cool. So we got 07 center departures. Autosave complete. That's nice. That is reassuring. Hopefully it works. Oh yeah, I was asking at the beginning. I'm not sure if somebody posted that. I was asking if someone already had tried the recovery from an autosave here in iniBuilds A350. If so, how would that work? Easy, you landed this morning in Frankfurt. Nice. Hope you had a good good trip. Yeah. Hope you had a nice flight. Hopefully no complaints. So 7 center east procedures. No, that's not right. Yeah, Zulu 3 Delta, there it is. Okay, cool. That is this chart here. So pinned. We want this one unpinned. So Frankfurt ground. Cool. Alrighty, that's nice. That looks good. Okay, so... oh yeah, problem though is that's one thing that's missing. So the text information here on the Lido charts. Peter hasn't... oh, really? The game hasn't crashed for you, okay. Okay. Happy to hear that, to be honest. Very happy to hear that. Now it's getting a little bit busier, but still no ground online. Still no ground online. Flight was very smooth. That's good to hear. Happy to hear that. Cool. So I'm going to have to take my own charts, so the Navigraph charts, and read the text to see what the first altitudes are, or is. So we have the overlays, Sopra 3 Delta. Sopra 3 Delta overlay. There it is. So on the Navigraph it says initial climb clearance 4,000 feet. Okay, so 4,000 feet is set. Let's dial that down a bit. Cool. All right. 4,000 feet is set. And the waypoints is as follows. So we have 800 feet, Delta Fox 149, maximum 220 knots, correct. Then right turn, Delta Fox 151, 167. Here we got 6,000 or above. Then it's 169, Golo, Octum, Comip, and then it is Zulus. All correctly programmed, fantastic. It was a little windy on final, yeah. Yeah, it's windy like everywhere in Germany today. So Vienna is already online, it seems. We have the APU available, so let's do this. Let's get rid of that. Quick test here, that's fantastic. Cool. Yes, so let's have a quick look here. Vienna, arrival 3-4, so as expected. Brilliant. Tolgini says you got the SIPT in FlightSimulator 24, you know. And now you can see the initial climb route in text and departure frig under MSC. MSC, what do you mean with MSC? MSC. Well, so Mustafa, our aircraft, well, our documents, they actually do have a text description. And so you would actually see that on the chart. I can't show you that though because it's my company stuff, so unable to show that. But from Lido, I can so from Navigraph, I can tell you it's 4,000 feet, so that should be all right. Cool. So we're done that. Oh, so miscellaneous. Yeah, but hang on, where's miscellaneous here? So here's all the charts. Where is miscellaneous in here? Happy to find out if you guys can tell me. Can you make a short pushback? Ooh. Hey, Dr. Fred, moin moin. Well, I mean, what I could do is I could tell my pushback truck to go position 3 here. So that should be all right. Cool. So let me have a quick look here in it. So we have nav aids. We don't need nav aids today. Fuel and load. So if you go to load sheet, we have a zero fuel weight of 168.8. Well, block fuel, let's put the block fuel in here, is 14.7. 0.7. Enter. And the refuel weight was 168.1. Enter. The CG is 29.7. Enter. The PAX number is 277. Hang on.
So schnell wie möglich Ihren Sitzplatz einzunehmen und die Kabinengänge zu räumen. Im Namen der gesamten Crew
Hey, Jets, hello.
Bei uns an Bord.
Nice. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, Ghost. I see. That's the first thing actually. I've flown this aircraft a couple of times, and it's the first time actually noticing it doesn't have the typical reverser zone as in a 320. So PAX number is 277 in total. 277. Right, that looks good. That looks good. So let's go back again to init. Now takeoff performance. Okay, so we've got takeoff performance. A330 is the same way. You see how I've never noticed that. So we have easterly wind 17 degrees 1019, dry, anti-ice off 183.5. Well, actually it's a bit lighter, isn't it? It says here 182.8. Okay, let me just check the load sheet again. Yeah, 14.8, 168. Oh, hang on. Maybe I did something wrong there. Yeah, 168.8, you see. Good thing that we always cross-check. Oh yeah, I was just about to say, guys, there's another report out from the 737 crash in Vilnius. And so we had a discussion, hey, Airbus 5, on the stream, I think last stream actually, where we were talking about how it's not possible to have the slats or flaps move if the hydraulic B is switched off, right? It wouldn't make sense. So now it seems that the captain, as pilot monitoring, did something which he shouldn't have done, because in a normal kind of CRM or SOP environment, you would never switch anything without telling the other pilot or waiting for a command. So for example, I would not simply switch on the engine anti-ice, all right? If I were pilot monitoring and we're going into icing conditions and the pilot flying doesn't tell me to switch on the anti-ice, I would say, hey, what about engine anti-ice? Or shall we switch on engine anti-ice? All right, and then he would say, or she would say, yeah, you're right, let's switch on. And then I would say, anti-ice is on, okay? What I wouldn't do is I wouldn't just switch on the engine anti-ice, not saying anything, especially in an aircraft that doesn't have control indications on the front here. So the only way you could see the engine anti-ice is on the overhead panel at the switches. There's blue lights there that first go bright, and when the valve is in agreement with the selected position of the engine anti-ice, then they go dim, but they would be illuminated light blue. But in this case, what happened, the captain, so you can see from the data recorder, and you can hear from the voice recorder, you can hear the switches as well. He switched off accidentally the hydraulic B pump switches, which are below the engine anti-ice switches. And then one thing I just don't understand. The master caution lights up, however, no call out, and someone, I would assume the captain, just clicked away the master caution light without commenting, without even checking what was illuminated. All right? Yeah, so not only did he switch off the hydraulic by accident, also the system telling him, hey, master caution, hydraulic. That was the cargo 737 Vilnius, yeah. So the co-pilot, who was fairly new apparently, he was like so focused on flying the aircraft, right? He didn't even notice. However, what he did notice is the autopilot dropped out. And so the FO, as a pilot flying, he tried to reconnect the autopilot. It didn't work because the hydraulic was off. None of the pilots apparently commented or did any troubleshooting, wondering why the autopilot was suddenly not work anymore. Oops. Right? So bizarre. And then they approach. So up to this point, right? They did some real big mistakes. Okay. However, they could have still caught it up. Next thing, flaps. So the captain sees that a bit high and a bit fast, right? So he says to the co-pilot apparently to slow down. Once they were in speed, he says to the first officer, how about flaps 1? Co-pilot says, oh yeah, right, flaps 1. The captain puts the lever physically into the 1 notch, but doesn't even check if the flaps are moving or not. Because they didn't move, because hydraulic B was off. And then he goes, oh, we're a bit high. And he pulled, so the captain as the pilot monitoring pull the speed brake lever, another no-no, right? You're not supposed to. If you do that, say I have control. And then pull the lever. But don't just pull levers, right? So really, really bad CRM already. Really bad SOP behavior. So he pulls the speed brake lever to have the aircraft slow down. Then he goes, how about flaps 5? Co-pilot says, yeah, flaps 5. He puts the lever to flaps 5 position. Never checked if the flaps are moving or not. Right? They do this until gear down, flaps 15. Now the gear goes with the A hydraulic as far as I know. So the gear went down, right? But yeah, they put the lever to 15 and never ever checked that the flaps were actually moving, and they weren't. So that's how they got into a slow speed configuration, went below the glide, and crashed. Right? I mean, the GPWS at some point called out glide slope and terrain pull up. The first officer did the right thing. He pressed the toga buttons. He pulled up, but it was too late. Right? Until the power went up from idle. So if you're interested in that, go to the Blancolirio YouTube channel. He has a new video on that, explaining. He actually charts as well from the data record and so on. I mean, it's beyond me that in this time and age, something like this would still happen. I mean, that's sad. I know you shouldn't make these calls without the pilots having the chance to. Blancolirio.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers
Blancolirio. Yeah, thanks,
to
Glenn.
the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks,
Yeah, that was a
and
DHL flight. Yeah,
entertainment
exactly.
were served. Thank you.
But I mean, this was not just
from EDDN.
Hey,
I'm
Daniel.
Curious, do you agree that Aerosoft's CRJ is currently the best regional jet for MSFS? I heard another German Airbus pilot mention it in his video. I thought J's RJ100 is currently the best. Have a great...
Honestly, I have not tried the CRJ, and I will not try it, because from what I've seen, it's still too bugged, and I'm not going to spend my precious time flying it, so I'm afraid. Now, I would agree that, is it Just Flight? So the regional jets, so the Just Flight, regional jets, average jets, they are the best, in my opinion, short haul. So I would definitely go with that, and not necessarily with the CRJ. That would be my opinion, but maybe someone else has a different opinion. And Daniel, thank you so much for the 35 months of support. Daniel, much appreciated. I don't know, Fishbone. I don't really go much into Aviation Herald these days. So the thing is, though, what I don't do, I don't read the comment sections. That's something I don't do. Okay. Right. So, no, Daniel, all good. Thanks for the thanks again for your support, Daniel. Right. So we were going to check the performance. Yeah. So what I was saying is that this what we've just been talking about is not just hearsay. It's actually from an official report of the authorities that were investigating that accident, and so it was an official accident document or publication. Yoda, what we do, so for our aircraft, yes. So we have a takeoff performance page where we press check, and if the flaps are not in agreement with what you've calculated, you will get a warning here. But that goes through the EFB, not the flight warning computer. Also doing the approach? No, not to my knowledge, no. No, I don't think so. The only thing you get is like low flaps. So if you're not in landing configuration, so if you're not in 25 or 30, then you would get a warning. Hey, nice, Ted, yeah. But otherwise, no, it doesn't check the, to my knowledge, it doesn't check the inserts here from the FMS with the actual flap setting. The only thing what it does, Yoda, when you call up the checklist, so you'll see that once you call up the landing checklist, you will see that the flaps is not in agreement with what you have selected. So through the checklist, you would see that, yes. But not, you would not get a, as to my knowledge, you would not get a flight warning computer warning. So it's more a checklist thing again. Right, so let's compute the values here. And now we have Frankfurt Tower online and ground. Fantastic. So departure ATIS is, we'll check that in a second. I mean, on the, yeah, so what you do, Yoda, on the A320, you have, you know, the prompt here, you do the takeoff config test, right? And there, if your flap setting does not agree with your insertion, again, it will not show up as green, will it? So I'm not. So I think my memory, if my memory serves me right, if you do that config check, it will alert you if you have a wrong flap setting for takeoff. Yeah. Hey James, doing well. Wie geht's dir? So let's update the ATIS here. So we got departure ATIS, David. Look at that. So we have information Alpha 1720 UTC 7 center and 18 aircraft departing 18. Expect possible departure intersection Mike. That is because landing runway 07. Okay, so that's something we'd have to calculate. However, again, because we're going towards the east, we are expecting the Zulu 3 Delta departure from 7 center. I just asked Wing V passengers. Yeah, I mean, so I mean, even though the 737 is a little bit older, right? It doesn't have those kind of warnings. It means, you know, the setting of flaps and checking that the flaps actually doing what you are commanding is even more important. So not checking the flaps indication is something we would call complacency. Complacency because you're just putting a lever, right? So if you're putting a lever, you're commanding something. It doesn't mean that the aircraft will do that, right? There's lots of stuff. There's computers, there's hydraulic lines, there's mechanical lines, whatever in between the flaps, slats, and the lever. So, you know, there's something. So right now, as an example, when I go to my simulator mission this week, I've got one of the issues that I'm going to have is a flap lever fault. So you can set flaps whatever you want. There is a broken connection somewhere in the mechanics, and so your flaps will not move. All right. You can use alternate methods to select flaps and slats, but you know, the lever itself, again, it's just a lever. It doesn't mean the flaps and slats will move as commanded. So you always have to check. The same thing as whenever you do something, you select something here in the autopilot panel. This is just a selection panel, right? It doesn't mean that the flight warning or the flight management system will correctly interpret your settings, what you do here, right? So the only place where you are confirming what the FMS system and the autopilot system has received is on your flight mode annotation panel here, right? So this is the master indication for you. So whenever you set something in here, it doesn't matter if it shows you 5,000 here. That's just for, you know, just for fun here, right? You have to check the setting here. All right. This is master. James, geht dir gut? Das freut mich, James. And Solaris, hello. Yeah, doing well, Solaris. How are you? Yeah, so Dr. Fred, so here, yes, but on a 737 you don't have those placket speeds necessarily. So that's, again, that's one of the differences. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not sure about the 737 if you actually call the final setting of the flaps. Maybe this. So once you have flaps 5, let's say, then you would say 5 set, right? Or indicating 5 or whatever. You know, I think that would make sense. Yeah. Cool. So let's try again here. So we got Cavalcade 17 1019 and wind 80 at 11. So that's still the values that we have here in the performance calculation. So these are the values. We're going to have full length flaps 1 plus F. We have 43, 48, 52 and flex 67. I'm going to send that to the FMS. And now we're going to check the FMS under performance, make sure that we have everything set. So now we confirm the speeds, 43, 48, 52, correct. Flex 67. Clean speed is 187. We have packs on, anti-ice off, 1360, 1360, so that's NADP 2. And we have engine out acceleration, that's a bit low, I think. I think we need to have that at 1900. Let me just check that again with my values. So we have engine out, 7 center, 1900, straight ahead, 15 miles. So put that there. 1900, enter. And then let's have a look. We can do something else. So we can go to flight plan, plan info, fix info. So if we go to Frankfurt 07 center. No, hang on. Is that like a fake video, James, or when did that happen? So the radial is 066. And the radius, let's put this at 25. So that would be the runway line extension there. Has anybody tried secondary route? Because the last time people were telling me don't touch the secondary index because it crashes back to desktop. So I'm a bit weary doing that. Don't risk it. Okay, thanks. So we'll not risk it. Performance. And so now let's quickly go ahead and request a clearance via PDC. So let's go ATC com, connect. Frankfurt, notify. I'm not sure if I have to do that, but request. Hang on. Connect. Oh, where was report modify? No. Hey, Ghost, yeah, fantastic. I'm very happy with that. Right, clearance. Departure, there we go. Ha! Found it. Gate, which gate are we at? We are at 54. Yeah, James, you have to be careful these days. There's so many fake videos now because of AI. So Alpha to Vienna. Transfer the mailbox. Unable, okay. Close. And send. There we go. Right, let's see if that works. Yoda says on the Embraer, there's a slap flap lever disagree warning. If flap 4 selected, for example. Was that a message already? Message record. Received, process, standby. Cool. Here we go. We got the standby there. Okay, so there. Oh no, hang on. We got the clearance here. Very nice. So just click that away. So we should be able to have a look here. Close. Can't see that down there. All right. Anyway, so we got clearance here. We've got Zulu 3 Delta, Squawk 1000. Page 2. 80s Alpha report ready on 121855. It's a shame it doesn't say page 2 or 3. Okay. Wilco, send. Okay, so initial, the climb clearance. I mean, so it's a bit different here in Germany. So even though it tells you Zulu 3 Delta departure, they should still tell you the initial climb altitude. Hey, Robert, hello. Cool. So how come active? Let me just quickly go back here and then just go. ATC return to list, message list. Right, so clearance received, clearance confirmed, close. How do I recall those messages? That's my question. How do I... Because normally I would go to... So here's all monitored messages. What's monitored messages? Nothing. Okay. All messages. Okay, so here we got, clearance confirmed. So that was the last message. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it's still not quite finished yet. All right, anyway, so we got the Zulu 3 Delta. Give you a quick briefing for departure. So looking at the charts here, going to the pin charts. So we currently parked at Alpha 54, which is right there. But what we can do here as well, we can go to airport map loading. There it is. So it tells you the positions there, Alpha 54. Okay. So if I go back to ARC, let's zoom in a bit more. Yeah, so here we can see taxi out of Pushback, facing west, probably, maybe position 1. Then November 8, I said November 8, Lima. all the way down to full length Lima 21 or Lima 23. Sorry, Lima 20 or Lima 21. Then we have the Zulu 3 Delta departure. Initial climb should be 4,000. We'll confirm that with the tower latest. Otherwise, routing is checked. MSA is initially 4,300, later 3,600. So 4,000 will be safe here. And yeah, fuel value. If you've got a bit of extra fuel, 15 minutes. Block fuel required is 14.8 or 14.7 roundabout. And we have 14.6 right now. That's still enough. Cool. Right, so then we'll go and close all doors. In the meantime, we'll read a checklist. So we're going to go with the cockpit preparation checklist. Gear pins covers removed, fuel quantity 14.6, and the bar ref 1019 is set. And that's the cockpit preparation checklist complete. 121.855.
Okay, climb initially to
Hey, Ted.
4,000 and scroll 1,000 for Lufthansa 19 Singapore Bravo.
The 144 November seems like Alpha 15 is occupied now.
So surveillance, let's go transponder.
Lufthansa 114 November, Dankeschön.
1000, enter.
A224, send Foxtrot 215, request technician start.
That
Local
on.
8224, pushback and start approved.
Where's approved? Lufthansa Cargo A224.
Frankfurt apron, good morning, Lufthansa 63 Alpha with you on November 4th.
Lufthansa 63 Alpha, apron hello, taxi descent Alpha 22 via Lima and November 7.
Alpha 22 via Lima and November 7 for Lufthansa 63 Alpha.
63 Alpha, hold short off does not mean enter, no taxi via November and November 7.
We made the turn back from Lima. Is it okay if we can
Ooh,
continue Lima?
nice.
November 7 for
Hello, Captain, you are ready for pushback.
Contact disregard.
So much traffic.
So that's 6 my uniform, request startup.
This is my uniform, apron hello, start approved.
Startup approved from the 6.
Is ATC loud enough? Frankfurt apron, good idea. Lufthansa 711 stand, Alpha 54 requesting push and start.
Torture check completed.
Lufthansa 711, apron hello, stand by, I call you.
Stand by, Lufthansa 711.
Lufthansa 144 November on gate.
ATC's fine, fantastic, thanks. Appreciate the feedback.
Gear, grab the Lufthansa 1 sender, request pushback to Alpha 1.
By station calling for pushback and caution only.
Lufthansa 1 for Tango.
Lufthansa 1 for Tango, pushback and startup approved, area 1.
Push and start approved, area 1, Lufthansa 1 for Tango. Lufthansa 0 to Tango, request taxi.
Lufthansa 0 to Tango, taxi to holding point runway 18 via November 8 and November.
Taxi holding point runway 18 via November 8 and November, Lufthansa 0 to Tango.
Lufthansa 711, when clear of traffic behind, push approved, area 5.
Wind clear of the traffic behind, pushback approved, area 5, Lufthansa 711. So hopefully GSX knows where they're going. If not, we're in trouble. Brakes released. Area 5, please.
All engines clear.
The H2 Mike, expect a bit delayed for push. I call you in about 3 or 4 minutes.
Sure it knows. What could possibly go wrong, right? What could go wrong? So area 5, just have a quick look if you can find that here on the east chart.
My uniform request taxi Alpha 1.
106 Mike uniform taxi.
Yeah, so area 5 is actually quite a long pull out. So we'll see.
So holding point 07 center, November
James,
5, Lima, hold short, Lima 20. So that's 6 Mike uniform.
have you ever had one of those wing first landings before due to heavy crosswind? No. So like I was never in a situation where I had
Frankfurt is Lufthansa 60 Alpha.
any touches of wingtip on the ground, whatever. I had hard landings, yeah, but otherwise nothing.
Alpha 22 November 7 Lufthansa 60 Alpha.
Nothing drastic. So where's my checklist? Checklist. There we go. So we're going to do before start checklist. Oh no! It's oh no! It's going the wrong way. You've got to be kidding me. Apron from Lufthansa 711.
Correct.
Yeah, our pushback driver has his first day today, so he's pushing us facing east towards 5. I hope that's okay.
711 area 5 is facing east, that's correct.
Okay. Oh, it's correct actually. Oh, it's interesting. Because the other traffic was facing the other way, so hang on. So position 5 means you have to... No, so apparently the pushback driver did everything correct. I said nothing. Right, let's continue. Before start, pike brake is checked. Takeoff speeds is 143, 158, 152, flex 67. Slides, let's have a quick look here. Doors. They probably don't arm automatically, do they?
The road to Tango, contact tower on 118, decimal 780, goodbye.
118, decimal 780, Lufthansa 0 to Tango.
That's parking brake.
Hang on, I'm a bit lost. Where's my...
Your confirmation for good engine start.
Where's my doors page? I need glasses. I've got my glasses on. Where's doors? There.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box.
Is that armed or not?
Could new subscribers
Hang
please
on.
make your way to the first class cabin? Complimentary
Toggle slide
flights
arm.
and premium flight entertainment will be
Ah, now they're armed. Okay,
Thank you.
cool. So they are slides armed.
2-month hearing out of the Book of Excuses. Lol, good evening at Black Box 711 chat. Hey guys.
Slides armed. And those will disconnect memo is set. I said nothing. You guys must have misheard or something. I don't know what you guys heard, but...
Tango ready for taxi. We can accept the Lima 16 intersection departure.
Copy, Lufthansa 14 Tango, taxi via November 7, Lima, and hold shut off Lima 16.
JD, thank you so much for 42 months.
Lima hold short, Lima 16, Lufthansa 1 Tango.
All good. I said nothing. Right, let's have a look. Checklist complete. There we go.
Frankfurt ground, local 204, information, Bravo on board. Requesting clearance to Vienna.
Our last station, no flight done.
Right, valve is closed. Starting engine 1. I owe the truck drive lunch. Well, maybe a beer. Lunch is a bit too much. Come on.
Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin?
Yeah, so Air Hunter, that's due to frame generation though. So that's not really the add-on's fault.
Good evening, BB and the chat.
Nanak, thank you so much for the 59 months. Nanak, I hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. Beer is kind of lunch, so that'll do. There you go. Oh yeah. Beautiful. It looks nice. What's that? Okay, guys, I'll disclose something. All right, just to make sure that you guys understand, I do make mistakes. Okay, and I'm not ashamed of saying it. So, true story. True story. We had a parking spot. I don't remember. Maybe it was Alpha 54. Let's say. Okay. So I taxied in, and for some reason I thought this was my parking spot. Oh yeah, here's Alpha. Let's say we got 56. All right. So I was aiming for 54. Don't ask me why. Right, I don't know why, what triggered me that this is my parking spot. So I went past here, and my first officer said, "You missed your parking stand," and I'm like, "What? No, it's there." No, he just went by. He said. So yeah, we said to the apron, "No, I'm sorry, we just missed our parking stand. Can we go around once more?" So she said, "Yeah, just just do a U-turn. Sorry, just do a a circle around." So yeah, we went around again, and then we taxied 54. All right. So it happens. It happens. Right. So let's do the after start flows. And it's like one of those moments where you're like, oh God, like seriously. But hey, that's just we're humans. But I'd tell you though, the controller had a chuckle. And then I said, "Please tell me it's happened before." And the controller said, "Not that I can recollect." And I thought, damn.
Okay, 204, now I have the flight line for Bravo, correct, cleared Wien, so catching Cindy, 7 Sierra departure.
It's only like 3-4 minutes. I hurried up, okay? It wasn't that much. Right, after start, we got flap setting, config, where's my, there, 1+F. Radar. Oh, hang on, hang on, reset. That's not the right checklist. After start. After start, anti-ice off, flight controls. Let's quickly check those. Full up, full down. There we go. Just looking for the full down, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral, full left, full right, neutral. Flag controls checked, ground clearance received, after start checklist complete.
24 Alpha Lima Epsilon, hello, Bravo, correct, get München, Cindy 7 Sierra departure, flight plan route, climb exit 4,000 feet, squawk 1,000.
Could Munich, Cindy 7 Sierra, flight plan route, climbing exit 4,000, squawking 1000, November 2 Alpha Lima.
24 Alpha Lima, get back correct.
Hey, Bravo, November 4,
So the max wingspan 36 is for the orange and the blue line. So we're going to have to take the yellow for sure.
14 Tango, contact tower on 118, that's 780.
18780, thanks very much. Next time, Lufthansa 14 Tango.
Lufthansa 711 heavy, request taxi.
Bravo, Alpha, please.
She's like...
4 Yankee November with Bravo, Alpha, please,
Oh, another one in the background. Oh my god, there's so much traffic.
88 November, I call you for push, bye-bye.
Lufthansa Yankee, stand Alpha 62, request push and start.
Lufthansa 52 Yankee, I call you for push, bye-bye.
Lufthansa 711, request taxi.
Lufthansa 711, runway 07 center, via link 4, November 7, Lima, and hold short of Lima 20.
Lufthansa 711, holding point 07 center, and we go via link 4, November 7, and say again after that, please.
Lima, and hold short of Lima 20.
Okay, and then Lima, hold short 20, Lufthansa 711. That catches me out every time. Usually I would love to taxi or put something into my scratch pad. It doesn't do that here. That's why I don't like the A350. No, I don't like the A350. It's fine. Here is Ghost. Let me flash you taxi light here. Yeah, pen and paper. Brake check. Brakes are working.
Approved November 2
Use the notepad function? Yeah, I think I used it once.
Oh, Yankee November, cleared large check, Toulouse 3 Delta, initial climb is 4,000, 1000.
Oh, there's a 350 coming in.
Ground Lufthansa 19 Bravo, stand out for 40, request push and start.
Oh, Ted! You've got to wait for me, I'm afraid.
Passing A350 behind, pushback approved area 6.
Okay, push and start approved area 6 after the behind traffic. Thank you for Lufthansa 19 Bravo.
Yeah, Ted, that's me.
November, clear of traffic behind, pushback approved area 2.
Area 2 and clear of traffic, Lufthansa 88 November.
The 5-2 Yankee, when clear of traffic behind, pushback approved, face west.
Clear of traffic behind, pushback approved, face west, Lufthansa 5 Yankee.
Here's Ted.
Lufthansa Yankee, actually hold position, I call you dabei. The H2 Mike, taxi via November 8, Lima, and total of Lima 20. The 5-2 Yankee, wait for the Lufthansa A320 new passing behind you, then you can start your push.
Roger, wait for the 320 and then start push Lufthansa 5 Yankee.
That's Lockup 204 is ready for started push.
Lockup 204, pushback and start approved, area 1.
Push and start approved, area 1, Lockup 204.
April November 2 Papa Lima, request taxi.
So November 7 is left, right?
Short 23, hold short Romeo, and then tower 118.780, November 2 Papa Lima, so long.
And then we go to the right. This is something, guys, another thing, honestly, in summertime, or in a weather phase where we have a lot of easterly winds, where you kind of have non-stop easterly winds for weeks, and then you always taxi to the right, get to 07, and then suddenly, sometime, you know, the wind changes after weeks, and you've got to be so careful not to take a right turn, because then suddenly 25 is in use. No, I don't use the betas, so I'm on the normal stables. This should be what, SU1, right? So hold short Lima 20. Cabin is ready. Let's press the where's the takeoff config test? There it is. Normal. And then we're ready for a checklist. Now we're ready for the taxi checklist. Flap setting, config 1+F. Radar. Radar.
711, contact tower on 118, 780, up.
18780. Dankeschön, tschüss, die Lufthansa 711.
Gut Flug.
Ja, dankeschön, schönen Abend. Then we've got radar. Here. Weather radar on. There we go. While I'm here, I'll put the TA area on. So I don't have to go into that again. And then 1878.
Number 24 Alpha Lima with 070 degrees 15 knots, runway 18 cleared for takeoff. Runway 18 cleared for takeoff, November 2 for Lima. Ocean 4081 in Mike 6, cross runway 07 center, after crossing join Lima 1, hold short of Lima.
So let's have a look.
Cross runway 07 center, after crossing join Lima 1, short of Lima, Ocean 4081.
Lovely Condor plane. Frankfurt Tower, good EV. The Lufthansa 711 Heavy on Lima. Ready.
Lufthansa 711, Frankfurt Tower, hello. Are you able for an Lima 16 departure or do you need full length?
We'll need full length Lufthansa 711 Heavy.
Yeah, Roger, via Lima 20, line up runway 07 center.
Via Lima 20, line up at weight 07 center, Lufthansa 711 Heavy.
Gute Lufthansa 2, Mike, LS, here sunrise. Lufthansa 2, Mike, Frankfurt Tower, schönen guten Abend. Ocean 4081, contact Frankfurt apron on 121.855, tschüss.
Astur, I mean, I didn't do anything special. I just downloaded the latest update. I did delete the VATSIM folders as they instruct you to. Up to now, I've not done a full flight yet, so we'll see. If we get safely to Vienna without crash the desktop, that would be nice. So once again, radar is on. And that's the tax checklist complete. The next one is going to be lineup checklist. Cabin is secured. Cabin crew prepared for departure. Takeoff runway is 07 center, Lima 20 identified. Pack 1 and 2 on. And that's the lineup checklist complete. So there was no changes. Fuel is 14.3. Approach sector is clear.
Lufthansa 5703, taxi right on Mike, Tango, and hold short of Tango 4.
And then we have to confirm
Tango, hold short of Tango 4,
one more time
5703.
The 4,000 feet.
So Lufthansa 999 Yankee, Lufthansa 999 Yankee, taxi left on Papa, hold short of November 11.
Left Papa, hold short November 11, Lufthansa 999 Yankee.
November 24 Alpha Lima, identified contact line and radar on 136.130 AD.
136.130, November 2 Alpha Lima, so long.
Lufthansa 711, wind 070 degrees 15 knots, runway 07 center, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 07 center, cleared for takeoff, and just confirm initial climb clearance is 4,000 feet because we didn't get that with the clearance Lufthansa 711.
Lufthansa 711, your initial climb is 4,000, correct?
Dankeschön, 4,000, cleared takeoff 7 center, Lufthansa 711. Right, let's go, takeoff.
Lufthansa 999 Yankee, contact Frankfurt apron on 121.8.
Manflex 67, SAS, runway. Order thrust blue.
Lufthansa 2, Mike, wind check 070 degrees 15 knots. You can
thrust
expect
set.
a long order up to Mike 9.
So, copy.
100 knots.
Hallo, Lufthansa 74 Mike, I let you the lift.
Lufthansa 74 Mike, Frankfurt Tower, schönen guten Abend. Papa 6 approved, wind 070 degrees 15 knots, runway 07 left, clear to land.
Father right, gear up.
7 left, clear to land, 7 for Mike.
Lufthansa 2 Mike, Papa, correction, Mike 9 approved, wind 070 degrees 15
Wow, look at that.
2 Mike, Houston, right, clear to land, Mike 9 approved.
2 Jet, Spider 43 Papa, taxi right on Mike, Tango, hold short of Tango 4.
Taxi right on Mike, Tango und hold short of Tango 4 to Vietnam.
Thrust.
Mike, Frankfurt Tower, schönen guten Abend.
Thrust declimb. Climb. Never seen that before. 2,000 to go. And flaps 0. Speed check, flap 0. Autopilot. Beautiful. Look at the lights. Hey, Flying Wolf, gute. So let's go vertical speed.
Lufthansa 82 Mike, wind 070 degrees 15 knots, runway 07 center, cleared for takeoff.
I have to say, the lighting looks a lot nicer here. So comparing comparing 2020 to 2024. Derated climb. Thank you.
Lufthansa 711 identified contact London radar on 136.130. Tschüss.
Vielen Dank, 136.130, Lufthansa 711. Ciao.
What's that again?
Heading to 80.
Heading to 80, Lufthansa 111.
It looks familiar to Easy. Departure, good V, Lufthansa 711 Heavy reaching 4,000.
Lufthansa 711, hello, radar contact, climb to flight level 130.
Climb flight level 130, Lufthansa 711 Heavy. Thrust decline. Climb, out blue, 130.
Maintain 180 knots, so great, until 6 miles. Switch for Echo Tango, maintain 180 knots or greater until 6 miles final.
180 knots or greater until 6 miles.
Hey Brad, nice to see you. Oh, nice to see you. Hope you're doing good. Greetings.
Lufthansa 1 Romeo Lima, proceed direct Delta Foxtrot 641, expect 07.
Beautiful. Was there setting for sounds? Sounds. Options. Volume control. There we are. So, interior engine. Exterior engine. I just want to have that a little bit quieter on the external. Let's try that. Is that quieter? I don't know. Hey, Captain A320, Sven, moin. Yeah, so hang on, let me just quickly, before I forget. So standard is set, cross-check.
711, contact Langen radar 125.2, bye-bye.
25.2, thank you, bye-bye, Lufthansa 711. So a big shout out to Captain A320. He's saying hello here on Twitch, but his channel's on YouTube. Guys, recommend his channel.
Ready for further descent.
And I'll talk about that in a second. Let me just...
250 cross Delta Kilo Bravo at level.
250 and cross Delta Kilo Bravo.
Good 960 Mike, contact Langen, question München 136.230.
10,000 feet. Pitch looks okay. Langen, Gude, the Lufthansa 711 Heavy is passing 105, climbing 130.
Yeah, 2 stations. First Lufthansa 90733, wrong frequency, 125.050.
Ja, mir wird gerade noch 125 zugesagt, aber gut, dann doch.
Hey Beethoven.
Eurowings 769, descend flight level 240.
Sasha, hello to you as well.
Yeah, stand by, Eurowings 769, descend, flight
busy.
level 240.
Great to see them so busy.
Level 240, 78.
Lufthansa 711, hello, identified, climb flight level 230, direct Zulus.
Direct to Zulus, climb level 230, Lufthansa 711, Abend. So 230 blue on direct Zulus. Let's have a look.
Langen, guten Abend, Beeline 1 Echo, Victor, flight level 370 inbound in Binnenlock.
Nope.
Beeline 1 Echo Victor, Langen, good evening, identified. Direct Bartop.
Zulus, direct. So Sven, yeah, so someone has contacted me because apparently on your last stream somebody was asking about the possibility of us two doing a shared flight.
131 Langen, hello, identified.
And yeah, so it would be a pleasure. The only question was, of course, you know, which platform which sim platform, Microsoft or X-Plane. But I'm not even sure, Sven, if you even have X-Plane.
Unicorn 7 Luxair 7 Mike Papa.
So I never used the your controls on Microsoft. So I don't know how good they are, how stable.
Wing 7 Romeo Whiskey, contact München, question Rhein, 127290. I say again, 127290.
So let me just clear
127290.
that out.
Mr. Charlie, hello, identified. For the moment, expect 220 for final, call you back. Expect 220, Mr. Charlie. Candy 601, descend flight over 180.
Yeah, so
Lufthansa 507, contact Langen 125355. 125355 Lufthansa.
okay, you don't have X-Plane, yeah.
Dankeschön.
Yeah, sure. So Sven, like I wrote, so literally now I'm going to be starting on some more duty. I had 1 month off of work, but now I'm starting duty again until end of the month. So like I wrote in the email, from my side, best would be somewhere first half of May, but we can talk about that in a private chat. But yeah, look forward to that, absolutely, and we'll see how two captains get on in the flight deck. But then again, I've already worked with the captain here on instructor on the right-hand seat. It's a bit weird, not gonna lie. It is a bit strange to have a captain colleague on the right-hand side. I mean, the instructors have a right-hand seat qualification, which I don't have. Trosport, thank you so much for the gifted sub.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Infotainment Experience. New subscribers should now pick up their past first class. Thank you.
You would behave like any other FO. Well, then all is good. Yeah, no. I mean, hang on. Disregard. Yeah, I mean, the instructors they do a lot of instructing from the right-hand seat anyways. So whenever they train new captains, right? So the first couple of missions, first couple of flights, the instructor sits on the right-hand seat while the new captain. 133-615. Einen schönen Abend, die Lufthansa 711. Bye.
Bye. 25.
That's Munich already. München, Abend, die Lufthansa 711 Heavy, out of 200, climbing 230.
Lufthansa 711 München, hello, identified. Climb to flight level 310, proceed direct Budex.
Climb level 310, inbound to Budex, Dankeschön, die Lufthansa 711. Yeah, so for me, it's going to be interesting as well, because the last time I've done a shared flight with another colleague, captain colleague, was with Tail West on X-Plane. But that was a lot of fun. Obviously, it'll be nice to have lots of questions coming in. And then, lots of stories to tell. I mean, it will be interesting for sure. Yeah, so the shared flight function here in Microsoft, I've never tried it because a lot of people have told me that it is, at least it was somewhat unstable regarding connections. And that is obviously something really important, that you stay connected and don't get desynchronized. Or if you do get desynced, that you have a good option to get reconnected. But I'm happy to try it out here in Microsoft, for sure. MW Racing, hello, thank you. You bought the Wingwing Orion, okay. base and Viper Ace metal joystick grip. Nice. With the shaker kit. Oh, that's cool. So what add-ons are you going to try to fly then? What's your favorite add-ons?
Low identified. Climb to flight level 300.
Climbing 300, German Cargo 524.
German Cargo 524, report your next inbound waypoint.
Next waypoint.
Yeah, I love that indication there.
German Cargo 524, roger, in that case, direct COMIP.
That is so cool to see that.
COMIP, German Cargo 524.
But you can do, hang on, let me try that. Survive. But ADSB is on, traffic is on.
Wings 815, mention low identified.
ID is on. Ah, there we go. We've got FedEx 64.
Wings 815, descent flight level 300, 1000 feet per minute or greater.
Have you tried the Autoland? No. Maybe Sven has tried that. Captain A320. Maybe you tried Autoland. I've not messed about with this. A good old Barney, thank you. Yeah. I mean, so Captain A320, he's done many shared flights already with Tony. So with Riva also on Twitch.
Yankee, descent flight level 270, cross Armut at level.
Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks,
Cargo 524, Cork 2364.
Oh, it's gone dark quickly.
Hello, Captain. Happy to watch the live stream after such a busy time. How are you? I hope you're doing absolutely amazing, BB711 beloved.
Thank you so much, Alex. I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. Yeah, enjoying my free time, beautiful weather, but also looking forward to getting back to work again. Finally flying the real aircraft very soon. So Maximus crashed 2 times in a row with Autoland. Okay, so Sven says he tried one A350 Autoland, which was okay. Okay, so it kind of got you down safely, which is okay. The thing is, though, right now I'm more concerned. About crash the desktops here in Marcus 2024 and A350. But again, the fact that you have autosave available now is somewhat reassuring. So
36 Hotel Zulu, mention hello identified.
The only thing really I would wonder about is how to get the autosaved file loaded.
Wings 815, contact Langen 124, dismiss 737.
So there must be something like when you go to flight ops panels. Oh, hang on, there's autosave. Found it. Here's autosave. Ah, that explains it. So there we go. So you could probably save now if you like, but these are the saved states. So interesting.
36 Hotel Zulu, climb to flight level 310.
FL 310, 86 positive.
Panzer 8 to Mike, proceed direct Budex.
Be aware, if you load an autosave after crash, the aircraft will not be able to maintain the altitude unless you set the... Oh, really? Okay. But Astur, have you tried it? So is the rest loading in? Like, the rest of the aircraft? And flying off, you just ordered a new PC. Your last one died, oh no. This got corrupted, oh that's bad. Everything works, fantastic. Well, that's good news. That is great news. And the good news is the new PC will be strong enough, yeah. Up to date. Oh, we had 3 to 4 months break of flight simming, nice. Yeah, so I'm actually excited. I've tried a lot more DCS lately. So I've actually really gotten back into DCS now with the F-18. Alt cruise, Mac.
So in cargo 524, stop time flight level 29,
Let's take this to below. Confirm. Oh, hang on. Not standby. Disregard. No, hang on. Below. There we go. So clear. TCAS is there.
München Radar, guten Abend, die Lufthansa 153 A320 standing in Nürnberg, stand 11 info Golf, request clearance to Frankfurt.
Lufthansa 153, roger, info Golf, correct. Cleared Frankfurt, Zugat 1 Charlie departure, flight plan route, climb set, flight level 70, squawk 1000.
Lufthansa 153, clear to Frankfurt, Zugat 1 Charlie departure, flight plan route, climb set,
hang on, but TCAS is on, so how come TCAS standby still says that there?
Lufthansa 153, correct, startup approved. Lufthansa 8 to Mike, contact Rhine Radar 127.29.
Oh, alt reporting is off, really? Hang on.
Lufthansa 3 Yankee, contact München 129.1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks.
291, Lufthansa 3
I don't know how to switch that one off. So if you get...
36 Hotel Zulu, contact Rhine 127.29.
Yeah, I don't know what I switched off there. Okay. Anyways, everything's back on. Fantastic. Thank you much, Sven.
711, contact München 129.1.
29.1, Dankeschön, die Lufthansa 711. 29.1.
Guten Abend, Lufthansa 3 Yankee Heavy Level 270.
Lufthansa 3 Yankee München identified. Return right direct Landu.
Direct Landu to Yankee.
Beautiful. Und München Abend, die Lufthansa 711 Heavy Level 310.
Lufthansa 711 München, Servus, identified.
Danke. Okay, so Asta, the only bug you found is that you can't get back to altitude hold or altitude cruise mode once you reload the autosave. So you have to use like vertical speed 0 and then just manually keep the altitude that way. Alright, cool. Alright, let's get the weather. It's a short flight, so overall flight time is only 1 hour 6 minutes. Sometimes it solves itself after a while, and sometimes not. Okay, Astor, thank you much for the feedback. I don't really want to try it, right? So I'm happy to get a flight done without crash the desktop. But I've heard from a lot of people that they have issues in 2024. Cool, let's go ATC com. Let's get direct ATIS.
From the 1612, confirm inbound B-Pass.
Let's update the ATIS.
From the 1612, report inbound waypoint.
And let's also get the weather from the Alton airport.
B-Pass. Bravo Echo, Papa, Alpha Sierra.
Okay, roger.
So departing to... Oh, hang on, arrival? Departing
Ryanair 5 Zulu Hotel, descend 2 flight level 170 at 2,000 feet per minute or greater.
So between 9, is it 9 already? Oh yeah, it's 9 o'clock already. Local time. You will be cleared by noise abatement SID. Okay, we don't have that. But it looks like now, because of the late evening, we're going to be arriving and departing 2-9 now.
Level 300 direct B-Pass, 8 Whiskey November.
Good thing we don't have much crosswind.
München Elmo radar, Servus, Wings.
Oh, that's Elmo, of course.
Level 164, diving 19, remote.
I thought I recognized the voice.
4065 München Elmo radar identified. Hello, class 2, level 250.
He sounds so familiar. His voice sounds so familiar with the YouTuber Errors of Aero News Germany. He sounds so similar to him.
Ryanair 5 Zulu Hotel, contact arrival 128, decimal 030.
128, 030, Ryanair 5 Zulu Hotel.
Alright, so we got 2-9 now, transition level 110. We can already enter that data in here, approach. So we have QNH10. Just going to try it. Hang on, I have to change that again. Give me a second. So scrolling down, 22. All right. Temperature is 10. So much text. I don't know what it is, but sometimes with the written text, the ATIS, I find it sometimes difficult to find certain data, and also it's so easy to skip important data in the whole thing. So for me personally, if it's just numbers, like in a normal kind of TAF or meta form, I find it easier to read than this.
You
mean Eurowings 4065?
Eurowings, sorry. 4065 correct, climb to flight level 300.
Now leave that off because I have to change the runway.
Lufthansa 3 Yankee descend to flight level 200.
Descent at level 200, Lufthansa 3 Yankee.
So 350 at 3.
Lufthansa 1612, contact Prague 120.75.
So regarding the language, so I think it will be in German mainly, but I think if I get questions on my stream in English, then I'll answer that in English as well. I think that's fair. But overall, what we could do, I tell you what we could do. Maybe we'll do the following. Maybe if Sven is up to it, we'll do one flight sometime in German, and then we'll take another day sometime, and then do the stream in English. Maybe that's the best or fairest way to do that.
Radar 123 615, boarding 465 clip.
Right, let me have a look. Let's go change that. Now, I would love to do an RF approach just to try. RF 29. Unless someone tells me it doesn't work here, then obviously not. So we'll take the Budex to Whiskey initially, and then the Nerdo 5 Mike. Yeah, but I think that would be the best. So we'll have one stream in German, and then another stream sometime in English. That way, nobody's left behind. MW Racing. Okay, sorry, I missed your initial. You also
Yankee descend to flight level 1.
You have all the PTO panel as well. Nice, I have that too.
Yankee. Lufthansa 6 Charlie Romeo pressing 155 for 190 and heading 360.
Lufthansa 6 Charlie Romeo München identified. Hello, climb to flight level 220. I call you direct.
You thought I was British? Well, I lived in England for a very long time.
Condor 2 Lima Charlie, descent level 240.
And so I got A levels in the UK. And yeah, even though it's been a long time ago, I have kept, just kept some of the attributes, let's say. I know, it's really kind of you to say, but MW Racing, again, I'm happy that, some things have stuck with me after such a long time. So just as a thought, it cleared out everything.
Mental radar, Servus, Lufthansa 9 Hotel, heavy climbing to flight over 130
I think that was 10, and then we've got
Hotel München identified, climb to flight level 250.
1022.
Climb to 250, Lufthansa 9 Hotel.
Config 3, config 4 for that. We'll check the landing distance requirements. So let me first get the charts ready. Let's do EIAC, Vienna. Yeah, Beethoven, that's why I didn't recognize him initially. I recognized the voice somehow, but it didn't fit together because, yeah, he normally does Frankfurt. So I was a bit confused there. So that's the RNF 29, and the minimum there for the LPV Cat 1 would be 800 feet delta, 800 feet. So let's try that. And I would be inclined to do
711 contact Praha 120.275. Servus.
120.275, and I didn't recognize you because you were doing Munich, but nice to hear your voice. Until next time.
Ciao.
Danke dir, tschüss. I've never heard him do Munich, so.
Contact radar 126.175, goodbye. Lufthansa 82 Mike, Praha radar, hello, identified, confirm receive only. Lufthansa 4 Papa Romeo, contact radar 126.175.
126.175, for Papa Romeo.
Praha radar, good evening, Lufthansa 711 Heavy, level 310.
Lufthansa 711 Heavy, Praha radar, hello, report, Mach number.
Maintaining Mach number 0.84, Lufthansa 711 Heavy.
Lufthansa 711 Heavy, reduce Mach number 0.80.
Lufthansa 711, confirm Mach 0.780.
Negative, reduce Mach number 0.80.
Okay, 0.80 Mach number, copy Lufthansa 711 Heavy.
Praha radar, good evening, Lufthansa 03 Alpha, flight level 300.
So, where were we preparing? Oh yeah, config 3 or config 4, so let's do landing performance. So here we'll do config 3, and weight will be... Yeah, let's do 177, just in case we get shortcut or something. We'll have 5 knot additional on that. Manual will do brake to vacate, I guess. Reverser, yes.
Praha, good evening, Lufthansa 8 Whiskey November, which you climbing flight level 300.
So config 3.
Lufthansa 8 Whiskey November, Praha radar, hello, identified.
It's kind of weird. So with medium, we would get 1635. And that's just a landing. The factored plus 15% is 1881. Stop margin 1620. That's good. That's a nice graphical depiction there. Yeah, that's true. Ghost, that caught me off. Like, normally you would say reduce Mach 0.80 and not Mach 0.80. Haven't heard that either, so that's why. I had to ask again. My brain said like, nope, does not compute. Does not compute. Okay, Togi, no worries, Togini. Thanks for checking. Good. Yeah, so that's fine. Then let me have a look. Let me have a look what exit I want to take. So we'll take. Let's take Bravo 8 in this case. See if that works. So Bravo 8. So let's go. Plan.
Eurowings 7 Romeo Whiskey, resume all navigation direct to Budapest.
All navigation direct Budapest, 7 Romeo Whiskey.
Good evening, sensor from the Lufthansa 19 Tango Bravo, flight level 290.
Lufthansa 19 Tango Bravo, Praha radar, hello, identified. Europa, Flight Charlie Hotel, when ready, descent flight level 250, level by the
Flight level 250, radio Europa 5.
I'm trying Wolf, but it looks like it's complete. Oh, there we go. It took a while.
This is 31, come back to Vienna, radar 134.350, goodbye.
That lag. So let's select 29. Hang on. Let's select 29. Select landing runway.
Swift 831, contact Vienna,
and then we set Alpha 8.
350, goodbye.
134.350, Swift 831, head to CL.
Alvanza 711, turn left heading 090, vectoring for a sequence.
Left heading 090, Lufthansa 711 heavy. Right, heading.
Eurowing 7 Romeo Whiskey, descent flight level 320.
Descent level 320, 7 Romeo Whiskey.
Good evening, Lufthansa 6 Charlie Romeo level 220.
Lufthansa 6 Charlie Romeo, radar, hello, identified. We are to 7 Papa arrival.
Well, let's try. Oh, there we go. Alpha 7. Maybe Alpha 8 is too far.
Descent flight level 1.
So apparently, here the aircraft wants to leave at Alpha 7. So we set that brake to vacate.
Good evening, Turkish.
And brake to vacate is armed. Fantastic. Cool.
Turkish to Papa Whiskey, radar, hello, identified.
So he's doing for sequencing a lot of aircraft inbound to Vienna right now. That's fine. So a quick briefing before we start our descent.
You're having 7 Romeo Whiskey, contact Vienna radar 134.350, goodbye.
134.350, 7 Romeo Whiskey, bye-bye.
Okay, there we go. So Budex to Whiskey initially, we've got Budex below level 170, oh sorry, 170 above actually. So let me just have a quick look here.
Hello, identified, flight level 240.
Going up to flight level 240, Scandinavian 21 Romeo.
Europa, Flight Charlie Hotel, contact Phoenix 129.1. Goodbye.
Swiss 831, sorry, what was the frequency with Swiss 2?
134.35.
So weird enough, it's already taken out Budex now, which is kind of weird.
Europa, Flight Charlie Hotel, contact Phoenix 129.1.
129.1.
Anyways, if you get back to Budex, level 170 above, then we got Gimbo. Oh, hang on, maybe... I know what I did. Hang on. Maybe... Let me reselect that again.
103 Alpha, contact Phoenix 129.1, goodbye.
129.1, 103 Alpha, thank you, bye.
Lufthansa 6 Charlie Romeo, contact Praha radar 127.580, goodbye.
17580, goodbye, Lufthansa 6 Charlie Romeo.
Lufthansa 711, proceed direct to Budex.
Direct Budex, Lufthansa 711. Isn't that is still bugged then, isn't it? Oh.
Maverick 301, Praha radar, hello, identified, clear slot, case 7, Papa, arrival, runway 1.
With changing the arrival routings.
Runway 12, Maverick 301.
Praha radar, very good evening, Speedbird 264, flight level 330.
Speedbird 264,
so nav direct to... Huh? Why did it take Nerdu?
Good evening, Lufthansa 5, thank you, flight level 310, direct Budex.
See that? It sequences direct to Nerdu. Budex direct. Insert. Oh my god. Okay.
Lufthansa 711, confirm direct to Budex.
Yeah, we're in a right turn. It's very close to us though. It's 10 miles only. We're heavy jet.
Sorry for that. For contact Vienna radar 134.350, goodbye.
34350, thank you. Lufthansa 711.
Lufthansa 82 descent flight level 3.
Version speed 270 knots or less.
Green, guten Abend, 5 Golf Foxtrot.
So next then is the gimbal.
when ready, descent level 17.
Let's hope he gives us like an air or something, because that would really help us.
Lufthansa 771, descent level 170, rate 2,500 feet per minute.
Oh, look at that. 771 and 711.
2,500 feet per minute orbit, Lufthansa 771.
Oh no.
Lufthansa 763, descent level 170, rate 2,000 feet per minute or greater.
Down to flight level 170 and 2,000 feet or greater for Lufthansa 763.
Ring 7 Romeo Juliet, descent flight level 170, level Masur, correction, descent flight level 180, level Masur, maintain speed 270 knots.
You ring 7 Romeo Whiskey, please confirm for 7 Romeo Whiskey, not 7 Romeo Juliet.
Confirmed 7 Romeo Whiskey.
They're busy as well.
Flight 180, leveled Masur, Jung 7 Romeo Whiskey.
Confirm on conversion speed 270 knots.
On conversion 270 knots, 7 Romeo Whiskey.
Alpha Mike, when ready, descend flight level 170 to be level at Masur, maintain speed 290 knots.
When ready, descend 170 to be level at Masur and maintain 290 knots, Lufthansa Technik.
Easy 0 to Whiskey, welcome back, contact Praha radar on frequency 118375, ciao.
118.375, you're right, 65 Whiskey, mate.
Negative, sir. Maintain on my frequency. Ring 6 Romeo Juliet for you. The frequency is 120.
He's so busy. Right, let me see. I think I've got it. I've got a sequence now, so it looks good. Okay, there we go. Enough.
Control Air 411.
I just can't get in. There's so much traffic.
Level 240.
Jet 411 radar servos, climb flight level 280.
Climb flight level 280. Okay, Air 411.
Being servos, Lufthansa 711 heavy level 310.
Lufthansa 711, bin radar servos identified. Follow the Budex to Whiskey arrival. Descend flight level 170 to reach level at Masur.
Yeah, we'll follow the Budex to Whiskey, descend flight level 170, leave, reach latest 170 at Masur, Lufthansa 711 heavy. Good, so 170. So that is programmed. So if you look at Masur.
105 bin radar servos identified.
So 170 should be
4355 contact 132190.
132190, yellow cab 2355.
Lufthansa 711 on conversion speed 260 knots or less for sequencing.
On conversion 260 or less for sequencing, copied Lufthansa 711 heavy.
Lufthansa 711 correction.
So usually the conversion altitude or level depends on the relationship between the Mach number and the
Lufthansa 771 contact green radar
indicated airspeed. So the moment they equal, that's a conversion speed. But that's very often.
Thank you very much, 771.
Well, it's not always the same altitude or flight level. So that's why. Once you do that, like now, we're in a kind of a manual descent.
Lufthansa 711 for sequencing right turn by heading 150.
Right turn now, heading 150, Lufthansa 711. All right, heading. And I'm going to do this with open descent.
I got contacted by 134675.
So now I'm going to go back to level, to speed 260.
Lufthansa 763 contact Wien
Oh, that's nice. Look at that. We've got weather radar on. Getting some weather radar returns there.
Austin Bomberneck Golf speed 270 knots, descent flight level.
I do. So HC320. It's just for me. I'm trying out Microsoft 2024.
Sorry, Austrian Bomberneck Golf.
And radar, good evening. Eurowings 86 Mike, flight level 205, climbing flight level 240.
Wings 86 Mike, in radar servos identified. Proceed direct Lamsi, climb flight level 380.
Direct to Lamsi, climb flight level 380, Eurowings 86
Now it's got the ILS again in there.
831, contact Wien.
Didn't I select the
775, servos.
118.
This is still bugged for me. So even though I've said many times now, the arm of approach.
Approved, climb flight level 300.
Let's try that again. There we go. So arm of 2.
Lufthansa 711, thanks to cooperation. Resume own navigation direct Masur, maintain speed 270 knots precisely.
Okay, back to Mazur, and just confirm speed 250 knots exactly, Lufthansa 711.
Lufthansa 711, I confirm speed 270 knots.
Okay, 270 knots, copied, Lufthansa 711.
Control, okay, 411.
But why? I did select the...
Is approved, climb flight level 300.
You see, that's what I mean. It just does not like the selections. Or I'm doing something really, really wrong.
Lufthansa 31 Alpha Papa, Wien Radar, Servus, climb flight level 300.
Climb 300, Lufthansa 31 Alpha Papa.
Lufthansa 765, contact Wien Radar, 132190, Servus.
Contact 132190 for 765, bye.
Okay, so back to
Lufthansa 2
Mazur.
Alpha Mike, contact Wien Radar, 118775, bye.
Wien Radar, 118775, Lufthansa Traffic, bye.
Wien Servus, Lufthansa 32 Foxtrot, flight level 270.
Lufthansa 32 Foxtrot, Wien Radar, Servus, when ready, descend, flight level 170, level Baruch.
Right, so...
When ready, descend 170, level Baruch.
Let's delete that. Although I have to check what's after Mazur. So Mazur...
So Mike, Wien Radar, Servus, identified. Descend,
So
flight
let's
level
try
170, on conversion speed 270 knots, and make a
170.
right turn heading 160.
Enter, insert. So we're really trying. I've got the speed brakes pulled. Trying hard to get down to the 170. There we go.
Wien Radar, very good evening. Speedbird 264, flight level 310.
Mazur, then it's
Wien Radar, Servus,
Tempter.
identified. UKT Budex 2 Whiskey arrival, when ready, descend, flight level 170 to reach level at Mazur.
Reach Master at flight level 170, descending, Speedbird 264. And confirming the Budex 2 Whiskey arrival, Speedbird 264.
Correct.
Alright, so there we go. Enter.
Hello, Lufthansa 687, flight level 220.
Right, Mazur, Tempter, and then Nerdu.
Climb flight correction, disregard, proceed direct to Baruch, you reached Baruch 2 Whiskey arrival, climb flight level 270.
And Outstar, fantastic. Right, so finally getting back on track here.
Whiskey arrival and climbing flight level 270, Lufthansa 687.
Yeah.
Lufthansa 771, correction, Lufthansa 711, contact Wien Radar, 118775, Servus.
118775, vielen Dank, die Lufthansa 711, bye. So single pilot sometimes is a lot of work.
Hello, Lufthansa
So it does make sense to do shared flight, really.
Hello, Lufthansa 2 Alpha Mike, prepare holding over Nerdu, descent level
Oh,
120.
ouch, holding.
Holding over Nerdu.
I did take a bit of extra fuel, but I didn't expect holding, to be honest.
Wizz Air 234, descent 9,000 feet, KNH 1022, speed 270.
Anybody tried holding here in the 350?
Descent 9,000 feet, QNH 1022, 270 knots.
Just let ChatGPT manage, yeah. Servus Wien, die Lufthansa 711 Heavy, level 170.
Lufthansa 711, Servus, expect ILS Zulu approach runway 29, I call you back.
Call you back. Just stand by Lufthansa 711. So ILS 29er. Now the thing is,
speed 220 knots, report call sign only on 119.8, Servus.
the thing is, if they're that busy.
Speed 220 and report call sign only on.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not going to try to be a smart ass and.
Swiss 831, speed now 270 knots.
Speed 270 knots, Swiss 831.
Okay. So the ILS Zulu 29er. And let's do IAC 29, pin that, and the minimum delta, Cat 1, also 800 feet. So it's not radio, it's baro, 800, enter.
Swiss 831, descent 9,000 feet, KNH 1022.
So that was 300, let's take 5. Come on. Nope.
Vienna Radar Hello Action 118 Golf 204 crossing
Right.
parts for 170.
We've got cat 1 in the house. If you hear someone meowing, it's my cat. Alright. It's not me making those sounds.
Going 7 Romeo Whiskey, visual level 180.
Hello, Ewing 7 Romeo Whiskey, follow Nerdo 5 Mike transition, descent flight
So let's have a look.
130.
Let's go ATC
Com.
Update the weather one more time. Now,
130.
we'll check the fuel situation in a second. Let me just get the infos regarding alternate.
942, turn right heading 120.
So Munich is cab okay, 10 degrees, little wind, so no threats there.
14 Tango, speed 220 knots.
So no need to adjust the reserve fuels.
Wizz Air 234, descend 6,000 feet.
Yeah, 10 degrees, 1022, runway 29, level 110.
250 knots, descend 6,000 feet with a 234.
Lufthansa 711, descend flight level 130, plan Nerdo holding.
Okay, descend level 130, we're planning Nerdo holding, Lufthansa 711. Hopefully...
Lufthansa 14 Tango, report course and only 119.
Yeah, that was not guard frequency, that was
119,
house frequency. Right, so let's see.
Descend 7,000 feet, speed 250 knots.
Nerdo hold.
Descend 7,000 feet, 250.
Let's have a look. So... Let's have a look here. Nerdo.
Alpha Whiskey Golf 942, turn right heading 260.
Turn right heading 260, Alpha Whiskey Golf.
Lufthansa 5 Alpha Mike, join holding Nerdo, expect 5 minutes delay.
So we have inbound 103 right turns.
Lufthansa 2 Alpha Mike, join Nerdo holding, expect 5 minutes delay.
Nerdo holding, expect 5 minutes, Lufthansa 2 Mike.
Lufthansa 711, join Nerdo holding, expect 5 minutes delay.
Join the Nerdo holding, expecting 5 minutes, copy it, Lufthansa 711. So it's not much holding. So we're descending level 130 blue, and we've got 6,000 minimum holding here, 103 inbound. And then we will follow the transition, although I need to have a look again at the stars and the transition to 9.
Yeah, that's what you can expect. Turn now right heading 250.
So transition to 9 will take us over Nerdo, then Whiskey 963.
We expect 5 minutes delay.
Slow down the center rate, Artstar.
Speed 831, speed 220 knots, descend 6,000.
So that's 6,000 above, then we've got 961, also 6,000 above 959, 6,000 above 957, 6,000 above. Then 955, right turn onto the base, 953, 952, 951.
Good evening, speedboat.
Now let's slow down to holding speed. There's no need to fly the holding fast.
Hello, speedboat 264, plan holding over Nerdo.
Then for the eyeless approach.
Holding over Nerdo, speedboat 264.
Lufthansa 82 Mike, hello, expect ILS Zulu runway 29.
So we got Buku at 3,000. Then we have a 3 degree slope down. Runway 29, missed approach goes straight out 291. J means 10 miles from the ILS, and then right turn back to Fisherman and climbing 5,000 feet. That is all correct. What do you mean, Jalen? You never get to fly holding, so why are you sad? You should be happy. Now, I don't know why we have so much radar echoes there. Is that so much rain in there? It doesn't look like it.
Alpha Whiskey Golf 942, turn left.
Yeah, we're ready to take over manually if it's needed.
Turn left heading 140, Alpha Whiskey Golf.
With 53 heading 152, 3,000 feet, we made a go around. Can we get further instructions?
Is there 223, hello?
Let's go 210 knots for the holding. Let's do a fuel check real quickly. So currently we've got 8 tons on board, and the Minder version for Munich.
Also, Lufthansa 711 is not done yet. Reduce rolling speed.
Yeah, in the process, reducing holding speed, Lufthansa 711.
Thank you.
So we've got 6 tons is the minimum fuel required to fly from Vienna to Munich. So we have 2 tons more than that. And let's have a look at fuel flow. So if you have about 6 tons per hour, 2 tons means 20 minutes holding. Although we have to also look at the amount of fuel we'll need. So for now, I would say 10 minutes would definitely have, without even have to worry. So 10 minutes holding fuel, and then we can fly the whole transition.
Lufthansa 2 Alpha Mike, please descend immediately, 8,000 feet, QNH 1022. Descending 8,000.
Regarding commitment, right now, officially, they only have 1 runway available, so I can't do a commitment here. Unless I would declare emergency or something, but otherwise...
Space 831, report call sign only on 119.8, goodbye. Space 831, 119.8, goodbye.
So we have 28 miles. So here you can actually see the distances.
Lufthansa
So right,
711, descend 9,000 feet, QNH 1022.
descending 9,000, QNH 1022, Lufthansa 711. Good, let's do that with vertical speed.
Alpha Whiskey Golf.
Thank you, flight level 197, descending 170.
Let's set
Hello, Lufthansa 5 to
1022.
Yankee. Join holding over Nerdo.
So 1022 set, 9,000 blue. So let's have a look, 20 miles, 28, 38, 43, 53, 58, 68, 73, plus 73 plus another 7 miles. So about 80 miles. 80 miles at 4 miles per minute. That's about 20-minute flight time. Blimey, that's a long transition.
Alpha Whiskey Golf 9042, descend 6,000 feet.
Descend 6,000 feet, Alpha Whiskey Golf.
So that would really eat up our extra. Let's have a look what we have here. Expected fuel. It does the holding very nicely. I'm actually positively surprised. Look at that. It's doing that really well. Love that.
Again, 118 Golf, descend 10,000 feet, QNH 1022.
10,000 QNH 1022, Austrian 118 Golf.
Cafe 9058, speed 2.
Yeah, so it calculates with 6.8. Hey, Phuket, 6.8 arrival, and 6.0 is the minimum. So currently still 800 above minimum, so still okay.
Please 831, 119.8, report call sign only, goodbye.
After landing.
Lufthansa 8 to Mike, descend flight level 120. Lufthansa 2 Alpha Mike, direct Whiskey Whiskey 963.
So after landing, Alpha 7 or Alpha 9.
Lufthansa 2 Alpha Mike, direct
And then the southern taxiway is Mike. The northern runway is Lima. And heavy would be parked here. But we'll see. Alright, so Alpha 7 right off. Taxi in. No hotspots.
Lufthansa 5 to Yankee, descend flight level 140.
So look, anything else?
To make sure flight level 140.
So flight level 140, sorry, Lufthansa 5, thank you.
Cafe 9058, and right heading 100.
They got work in progress here. Okay.
Cafe 9058.
2,000 feet to go.
Radar, hello, Lufthansa 19 Tango Bravo.
Hello, Lufthansa 19 Tango Bravo. Hold over Nerdu as published. Expect 5
getting
minutes
also
delay.
holding.
Okay, expect 5 minutes delay. Thank you for Lufthansa 19.
Cool. All right, let's have a look at the checklist menu. So let's do the approach checklist. Baro Ref 1022.
Descent flight level 150 and Nerdu holding as published.
Seatbelts is a good idea. Seatbelts should be on now. Minimum is Baro 800 feet. Dry runway, auto brake to vacate is armed.
13465.
And that's the approach checklist complete.
Alpha Whiskey Golf 942, turn right heading 120.
Turn right heading 120, Alpha Whiskey Golf.
Apologies, Lufthansa 19 Tango Bravo to hold at Nerdu.
Aye, firm.
Roger, local.
Lufthansa 711, direct Whiskey 963.
Like to Whiskey 963. Lufthansa 711.
Alpha Whiskey Golf 942,
so
and only 119.
I'll do that straight away. I'm not going to do the whole turn because he didn't tell me to do the whole turn.
Can you repeat that last one, please? 119.
So I'm going to go
119.8.
direct to
Alpha Whiskey Golf, thank you.
Insert next.
12 for Mike, speed 220 knots.
So press direct to insert.
2220, descend 6000.
And there we go. Nav.
Lufthansa 711, speed 220 knots, descend 7000.
Speed 220 knots, descending 7000. Lufthansa 711.
Last 118 Golf, descend 8000 feet.
So we have still 7000 blue. Speed 220.
Cancel the hold.
Inbound to Whiskey 963. Now currently the aircraft calculates with 6.7 tons, and that is the whole transition. So we're still 700 above minimum fuel value, which is good. And let's have a look here.
Cool. Austrian 5359, join holding over Nerdu, expect ILS Zulu runway 29.
So Beethoven says info for the CRJ update. The aircraft still can't fly holdings when it's programmed into the FMS. Okay. Yeah, so Tolgini, that's the thing. That's what I heard as well. That's why it's just a bit missing on the SID pages with the Lido charts here in the sim. I mean, it's great that they're offering free charts. I really like that, but you know, if there's some important info is missing, then I hope they change that. Hey, V55, yeah, it's been a long time. How are you? Oh, that was you. Okay. Yeah, no worries. I hope we're doing well, yeah.
Course and only 119 in the simulators is just like right.
Grüße, yeah. The Apache, I think that's supposed to be the cathedral. Yeah, that is a bit bright, isn't it? Flying Wolf, yes, you can get the Lido charts. Now, the thing is, though, I have a feeling that you have to restart the sim. Because I have selected... let's have a look. Hang on, flight ops. AOC? No. Where is... menu?
Lufthansa 711, descend 6,000 feet.
Descend 6,000. Lufthansa 711. Right, 6,000.
That's your Money Golf, descend 6,000 feet.
6,000 feet, Austrian 118 Golf.
Lufthansa 53 Yankee, descend 10,000 feet, KNH 1022.
I think maybe you can only change that on the ground. But yeah, I did change it to Navigraph. However, it does not. It didn't do the update for me, so it may require a restart.
Yeah, that's 359 holding entry level 170. I call you back.
Roger, holding 170.
Lufthansa 88 November, join holding now. Do expect 5 minutes delay.
Join holding and confirm.
Yeah, Stephansdom, exactly. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is definitely Stephansdom. Yeah, now you can see the city spawning in.
And also Lufthansa 19 Tango Bravo, reduce the holding speed.
Yeah, that is a bit.
Reducing the holding speed for 19 Tango Bravo.
Lufthansa 711, report course and only to arrival 119 at decimal 8, servus.
Yeah, we'll do 19.8, servus, Lufthansa 711.
No clip 204, descent level.
Call zone.
5 Golf Foxtrot, speed 180.
Alright, there's the airport.
Speed 180, 5 Golf Foxtrot.
Servus Wien, Lufthansa 711.
Lufthansa 711, hello. Alpha Whiskey Golf, 942, turn right.
So 6,000 feet is fine. I have installed, so this is the Gaia sim, and I hope it works correctly. I checked it, so when I spawned in, it looked okay.
7 Romeo Whiskey Tower, 119 ciao.
Keeping fingers crossed.
Alpha Whiskey Golf, 942, right heading 270, descent 3000, you cleared LS, Zulu tonight.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. That's options, right? So, third party. So nav data, and I did select that, but again, it's, I don't know.
Cleared LS, Zulu tonight.
Sorry, heading to
I don't know what happened to Gaia simulations. I don't know.
Clear for ILS 29.
It's been very quiet with them, right? I agree.
Blocked.
Alpha Whiskey Golf 942, maintain speed 220, I'll call you for slower shortly.
Maintain speed 220, Alpha Whiskey Golf.
Austrian 5, Golf Foxtrot.
Hey, Senshai. Well, this is scary. So how come this changes, this goes black when you change the overall settings?
Left heading 070 for with 223.
Vienna works? Okay, yeah. It's just a bit weird here on the taxiway lines there, or the lights, but yeah. I guess it's just the elevation isn't correct here, because that runway would normally have a kind of a slope. I think I have an uphill slope here, 3-4. We'll see. So LS is on. We have Oscar Echo X-ray identified. Let's check that here. So
speed 200 knots, Alpha Whiskey Golf.
Yeah. That is the correct ILS. And we have the sector 3600. And here's 2700 MSA. So all good. Hey Flockzap, wie geht's dir? Ghost, yeah. Right.
Speed 180, Alpha Whiskey Golf.
Are you sure?
Lufthansa 2 for Mike, turn right heading 200, descent, disregard descent, right heading 200.
Right 200, Lufthansa Link.
Oh, okay, Gaia Sim are with the Sobo now. Ah, okay. So the thing is, I checked, it didn't have a standard Vienna scenery, from what I can see.
The 3 to Foxtrot, left heading 020.
Left heading 020.
But maybe I just missed it.
Alpha Whiskey Golf 942, please expedite your speed reduction and reduce now 160.
So it looks like I just saw the aircraft turn, so he's turning, which is good news because that way we don't have to fly the whole transition. That saves a bit of fuel. So if you look at the fuel on board, so that's a problem with the fuel calculations here in these add-ons. So that was way too optimistic.
With a 223, turn left heading 040.
So now it's getting to the 6 tons. So that shortcut is definitely needed. So now it's complaining, destination EFOP, because it's just dropped below 6. That's why we get the message here. Gillent, the good one. Well, that would give him an excuse at least. Oh, we got some more traffic coming in from the south. I didn't.
223, descend 4,000 feet, speed 200 knots.
4,000 feet and speed.
Yeah, they'll be ahead of me.
Listen to 2 for Mike, clear the left Zulu tonight.
Linus, yes. So I have the Windwing FCU at the moment running, and it's working. Yeah, there are some presets on flightsim.to for that. Dankeschön, Kolo. I'm happy to see that the autosaves don't cause stutterers in the sim. So that's nice. Yeah, I think I think so too. 8 tons. So the fuel flow 8 tons per hour. That is a lot. Maybe some real world pilots know, but that does seem a bit much for me, because the 787 has a 4.8 ton hour fuel flow, extra fuel flow, so 4.8, and I think the A350 is on the same lines of that. If I look at the flight plan, so the average fuel flow on the flight plan says 5.8 tons.
And Lufthansa 3 to Foxtrot for my confirmation, you cleared LS Zulu tonight.
Okay, cleared LS.
So I agree, that seems a bit much. Something's really wrong here.
With a 223, turn left heading 020.
Left heading 020 with 23.
Lufthansa 711, turn right heading 180, descend 4,000.
Right heading 180, descend 4,000, Lufthansa 711.
Lufthansa 2 for Mike, free speed, tower 1194, ciao.
Free speed and contact tower 1194, Lufthansa 2 Mike.
Alright, so... Direct 2, course out.
With a 223, turn left heading 320, you cleared LS Zulu tonight.
Left heading 320, cleared LS Zulu tonight with 223.
Lufthansa 3 to Foxtrot, speed 180.
Speed 180 knots.
Lufthansa 711, right heading 200, speed 200.
Right heading 200, speed back 200, Lufthansa 711. So we can still fly that clean.
607, speed 220.
Confirm Lufthansa 687.
Lufthansa 711, turn right heading 270, clear the LS Zulu tonight.
Heading 270, cleared the LS 29, Lufthansa 711. So let's do this, and what I'll do is
Lufthansa 3 to Foxtrot, 3 speed and tower 194, ciao.
Free speed and tower 119.4, Dankeschön, tschüss. 3 to Foxtrot.
let me do that, because that way I can sequence it and go back to heading again.
Sorry, yeah, then of course.
There's already localizer.
220 and continue present heading.
220 present heading, Lufthansa 687.
Arrival, good evening, speaker 264.
Oh, that was very close. So 4,000 blue. Yeah, so with the FMS, I'm not completely happy with the FMS. It doesn't behave the way that I would expect it to behave. Flightsep, yes, I am still.
Lufthansa 687 is at 4,000 feet.
Descending 4,000.
So on the glide as well. I'm going to put flaps 1 out.
Lufthansa 687 turn left heading 020.
Speed check, flaps 1.
Left 020, Lufthansa
Mama Golf, turn right heading 200, descent 5000.
Yeah, sunshine, no worries, all good. So there's the localizer coming in now. Light slope, star, lock star. So fuel, yeah, I guess, guys, I'm going to leave that. Normally, this would be a very bad situation now to be in, but we'll continue now to Vienna. So the fuel flow was definitely not normal.
Lufthansa 711, speed 180.
Speed back 180, Lufthansa 711.
Mama Golf, descent 4,000 feet, speed 180.
Descent 4,000
flaps 2, speed check, flaps 2.
Lufthansa 687, speed 200.
Speed 200, Lufthansa 687.
Come on, speed brakes out. Let's help with the deceleration.
Mama Golf, right heading 260, clear the rest Zulu tonight.
260, clear 039, Mama Golf.
Yeah, some work. Some work to be done. Tower is 19.4. Let's pre-dial that.
Good evening, Lufthansa
19.4. And the ground.
Lufthansa 5 Yankee, hello.
21.6.
Good evening, Qatari 46 Papa.
Is checked.
Qatari 46 Papa, good evening.
600 threshold. That adds up.
Lufthansa 711, speed 160 knots until 5 miles.
160 to 5, Lufthansa 711. So gears coming down to help with the deceleration. Bit of tailwind, 60 knots cross from the right, bit of tailwind. 3 knots.
160, Roger, Monaco.
Lufthansa 8 to Mike, turn right heading 200, descent 4,000.
Flaps 3, speed check, flaps 3.
Lufthansa 711 tower, 123, correction 1194 and free speed, bye-bye.
Free speed, 19.4, Dankeschön, schrammt die Lufthansa 711. Servus Wien Tower, die Lufthansa 711 on heavy on the final 29.
Lufthansa 711, Wien Tower, initial good man to reduce final approach.
Wilco, Lufthansa 711. Oh, that's checked. Yeah, I'm going to leave that at flaps 4, alright, so a little bit fast. That would not be stable normally, but check the cabin ready. Assuming the cabin was ready. And let's do some hand flying. Many flights. So landing checklist, except, oh now it's cabin ready, so landing checklist completed. Still missing the landing clearance though.
With the 223 expedite vacate.
Expedite vacate with boosted 3.
Wow, that's sensitive. Blimey.
Vienna Tower, good evening, Lufthansa 5 Sierra on Mike, ready for departure.
500. Sierra 32 Kilo Papa Wien Tower, Servus. Lufthansa 5 Golf Sierra Wien Tower, good evening.
Short final, Lufthansa 711.
Lufthansa 711, thank you, 320 gate, 3 knots, runway 29, clear to land.
29 cleared land, Lufthansa 711. Good, clear to land, thank God for that. Bit crosswind from the right, not much though. 200.
With a 223, contact ground 11775, still.
I'm not gonna lie, it feels so strange flying it now.
Ground voice 23, bye bye.
100.
Sierra 32 Kilo Papa,
80,
line up at weight runway 29.
60. 50,
Line up on weight runway 29, Iberia 32 Kilo Papa.
20, 10, 5.
Alright, I'll take that. Speed brakes. Up, reverse and normal. And brake to vacate.
Lufthansa 6718, correction 687, V Tower Servus.
Now that's how pros... Hey, Lee. And that should be... Alpha 7. Manual brakes. Where's the auto brake off? Oh, we're too slow for auto brake off. That's why.
Lufthansa 711, expedited right, ground 12175, bye-bye.
Yeah, expediting and 12175. Bye-bye, Lufthansa 711.
32 Kilo Papa 32, Sierra Degrees 3 knots, runway 29, clear for Echo.
Clear for Tango, runway 29, over there, 32 Kilo Papa.
Stream 118 Golf.
Stream 118 Golf, good evening.
So let me just stop here. So we vacated quickly. Now I know you said 12175.
Yeah, there's that. I'll continue Lima and taxi line.
But I think that's the taxi. As I was Wien ground, die Lufthansa 711 in Alpha 7.
Lufthansa 711, Wien ground, servus. Taxi to gate, Foxtrot 23 via Mike and exit 7.
Mike, exit 7, Foxtrot 23, Lufthansa 711, thank you.
Wien ground, servus.
So, Mike to the right.
Foxtrot 03, request push.
And Fox 23, guys.
Austrian
you guys have to help me to remember.
Servus, Ocean start approved, facing east.
Push start approved, face east, Austrian 111.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't fly the A350 IRL, so I don't have any reference. In general, I would say the same. It does feel a little bit too sensitive, but hey, again, I'm not a real-world A350 pilot. Right? I just fly the 787, so I'm the wrong person to ask, really. But yeah, in general, I would be very surprised if the aircraft flew like that IRL. Thank you much for this. Now, at least Flying Wolf, it's now written down. It's good. So exit 7 is there, and then Foxtrot 23. Okay.
Please to the 3, shutting down Bravo with 74. Thank you very much for the scene. Great job.
Thanks for flying.
So that's somewhere here. Oops. Somewhere in there. Yeah, so I'll do another flight, but this will be in DCS. So I'm looking forward to doing a campaign, starting a campaign, some interesting missions.
Ground, hello, Lufthansa 687, vacated 29.
Lufthansa 687, Wien ground, good evening. Taxi to stand Foxtrot 37 via Mike and exit 7.
Taxiing stand Foxtrot 37 via Mike and exit 7, Lufthansa 687.
So the traffic there. Would you recommend the A350 now? I think they haven't completely solved the crash to desktop issues, from what I've heard. But the fact that they have autosave now, which apparently works from the feedback that I got from the community here, I think that's a good solution if it works. System-wise, I've not really come across many issues.
Austrian 118 Golf, Wien ground, good evening. Taxi to gate Foxtrot 11.
A few issues regarding route revisions.
Foxtrot 11 via Mike
and also it does feel a little bit twitchy in the flight controls.
Austin 111, request taxi, able intersection Alpha 4.
Austrian 111, Alpha 4 not available, taxi to intersection.
However, I mean, you know, we managed to do a full flight, right?
Whiskey Mike, intersection Alpha 129, Austrian 111.
So I'm not complaining at all. Holding, I was impressed with the holding it flew. Very nice on that. James, thank you. Let's have a look. What was the landing rate? Let's have a look here. Lol. So, as a matter of fact, Vienna does have rain. So the weather radar picture wasn't that bad, actually. So landing rate 227. It looks smoother than that, if you ask me. But we already know that the readouts is not very accurate. So if you take the readouts, you should take the G loads, and that was like 1.1 G. I would take that. That sounds smooth. Right, Fox 23 is down here. So flaps, slats, we can take weather radar off, terrain mode is off.
82 Mike, Wien ground, good evening.
Let's do TCAS standby.
2-1 via Mike and exit 7.
And here's Fox 23. Really, maximum now? Okay, you live in Vienna. Rain confirmed, balcony is wet. Here in Germany, northern Germany, it's so dry. We had February was already one of the driest months of February ever. And March, the same thing. March was also 2 degrees too warm.
Lufthansa 687, that turn was too early.
And also
correction, continue via
way too
Lima,
dry.
Next to the left via taxi lane 37.
Continue Lima, next left taxi lane.
DH, good night to you. Thanks so much. Take care.
Lufthansa 687, no worries, that happened. If you need a link to the charts, just let me know.
Are you sure?
Lufthansa 687, stand by, I'll send you a link to the newest chart.
Thank you very much.
I don't know.
Wheel ground, good evening, Speedbird.
Come on.
Speedbird 264, Wien ground, good evening, taxi to gate to Delta 28 via Mike and exit 7.
Now we'll stop here. I'm not going to make a dent in the aircraft. Yeah, he does want to hug the cone, yeah. Alright, I'm going to stop here.
Alpha Golf 942 signing off. Thank you for the ATC.
Roger, thanks for flying. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye. Break. Austrian 111. That was a sharp turn, but anyways, contact tower 119.4. Have a nice night. Bye-bye.
He's happy. He's in a good mood. Fantastic.
Tower 119.4, Austrian 111.
Right. Anyways, so what we'll do is, shall we ignore him or shall we try to force deboarding?
Ground Servo, Speedbird 4 Max Zulu, Fox 08.
Yeah, he's happy. You parked a bit too short, okay? Well, honestly, I don't care. I think that's good enough. Nice. All right, then let's read a checklist here. So let's do the... So that was completed. We had the parking checklist. So parking brake set, engines are off, wing lights off, and fuel pumps. That's to go. Right, so... Yeah, fuel pumps off, parking checklist complete. Nice. So big thank you for all the gifted subs, for the new subs, guys. Thank you so much. If you're not a fan of DCS, fine, don't worry about it. Then I'll see you again if you like on Sunday. Sunday I'll be streaming again. And otherwise, give me about 15 minutes to get me set up for DCS. fly the F-18 on a campaign mission. Okay, thank you so much everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you soon.